In my last video, we looked at the Pikachu of the Viridian Forest and how food, shelter, and other things they need to survive keep their numbers low. But anyone who lives in the Pokemon world, or plays the simulations, knows about another group of Pokemon that are also really rare. Apex predators. We almost never see big cool animals like Charizard or Tyranitar in the wild, and if you do, there's at most maybe one or two in the area. So why is it so easy to find smaller predators like Poochyena or Scorpy, but it makes the news if a Garchomp is sighted near your hometown? Let's find out. So this time we're actually going to the ocean to look at a lot of the animals we're talking about today. One of my lab assistants is out there on the water, and hopefully they don't get attacked too many times while they're helping us get some footage for this. So it shouldn't be surprising that a lot of the same issues Pikachu and Viridian Forest deal with are also important to our top predators that live in some of those same environments, or even out here on the water. And we'll start with food. So, top predators, spoiler alert, eat other Pokemon. Something you just gotta get used to and accept because they already have. And since we're looking at top predators, that means they need a lot of food. A Sharpedo, for example, might eat 20-30 pounds of fish a day, so there has to be way more than that for just one Sharpedo in that area for it to get enough food all throughout its life. And because their food often needs food, you need a lot of smaller fish or other types of Pokemon to support the food that the Sharpedo eats. Or another example is Talonflame, one of the most popular bird Pokemon in the Kalos region. They're well known for eating other smaller bird Pokemon, especially Wingulls. And think about it, one Talonflame might need to eat, say, just one Wingull a day, but that Wingull might need to eat maybe 5 Wishy-Washy for every meal. So to support that one Talonflame, you need a lot of food on down the food chain to keep it alive. This reliance on a large, healthy population of food means that top predators often need a lot of space. There have to be enough grasses, berries, or in this case productive waters to allow those top predator Pokemon to find enough food to live. That often means defending their territory from other competing Pokemon. Because there is a natural limit on good habitats that can provide enough food, that puts a hard limit on how many top predators can live in a region. Just like in my last video, all those predators each have their own kind of scale of how much food they need, and anything that a rival predator eats is potential food that they don't get. So that's why a lot of those big top predator Pokemon are really territorial, and why they might come out and try to challenge you if you're in their area. Another important factor limiting how many top predators you see is not many of a Pokemon species actually get to make it to be top predators. One of my favorite examples is Gyarados and Magikarp. We all know that there are few things brave enough to even try to fight a Gyarados, and whenever there's one around, it's usually the biggest predator in the area, and it's kind of got its pick of everything else to eat. But Magikarp is a very different story. Almost any small to mid-level predator can prey on Magikarps, and they often do. So kind of like how very few crocodiles make it to adulthood, same can be said for Totodile or Magikarp in this case. All this means that top predators, by definition, can't really be that common in an environment. Too many big hungry mouths to feed leads to a lot less available prey in an area. Those predators might then start getting desperate and eating smaller and smaller Pokemon, or they might start turning on each other just to find a way to survive. So young top predators eventually have to leave their parents' territory and set up their own hunting grounds. That can mean traveling very large distances to find some area unoccupied, or be able to challenge the local top predator and kind of make their own spot in the environment, which doesn't always work. For us humans, that means we'll rarely ever see a lot of top predators in a particular area. There was that one time at the Lake of Rage in the Johto region, though, where it was suddenly overrun with Gyarados. I think there's still an abnormally large number of Gyarados in that lake now, even after Lance discovered some Team Rocket plot happening there. But that's more the exception, so hopefully normally when you're out fishing with your grandpa, you don't come across like a bunch of Gyarados in the area. But if you do see some top predators on your next trip out into the wild, I hope you keep this video in mind, and I hope you appreciate how lucky you are to see them from a safe distance.